It's Michael Douglas. Welcome to Dr. Pundit, where we talk about music, not medicine. And we all know what the voice of Michael McDonald sounds like.
Forgetting we're not in love anymore. I keep forgetting things will never be the same again.
Exactly. And if you've ever seen the SCTV skit that shows him arriving at the studio out of breath, rushing from another session to record his backing vocals for Christopher Cross's top 5 smash, Ride Like the Wind, you know it's funny because it seems like it could have been true. Now, of course, we can't play it because of copyright restrictions and blah, 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 but you should Google that, okay? Michael McDonald, SCTV. Now, not only was Michael McDonald fronting the Doobie Brothers in the late 70s and early 80s, but he was still a regular contributor to Steely Dan albums and was appearing as a duet partner and guest vocalist, well, just about everywhere. And on every track that nowadays we consider more on the yacht rock side. McDonald then began his solo career in 1982. Now, we played a snippet of his track, I Keep Forgetting. That was a top 10 R&B and pop song that year from his LP, I Gotta Try. And with an extensive catalog of work, it's practically impossible to keep up with every contribution Michael McDonald has made. And getting to know performances that you don't think he would be a part of is the subject of this episode on Dr. Pundit today. 5 different tracks that Michael McDonald lends his vocal talents to that you may not have expected. First of all, the 90s band Toad the Wet Sprocket with the track The Best of Me. Now, this track features Toad the Wet Sprocket and its lead singer, Glenn Phillips, engaged in a call and response with Michael McDonald in the choruses. Phillips explains to media about this song how this collaboration really came about. He had already written a counter melody for the chorus. The band's bassist then went into a long rhapsody about how it would be for Michael McDonald to lend his vocal talents to that part of the song, how so many of his iconic vocals are used in counter melody instead of a tight harmony because his voice is so wide that it could overwhelm another voice. Okay, we all know that. Though The Best of Me is featured on Toad the Wet Sprocket's 2021 album, Starting Now, the performance is a brilliant reminder of both artists' best-known work from decades before, of course, Toad the Wet Sprocket, the 1990s, Michael McDonald, 70s and 80s.
Oh, she says,
This next track, State of Independence by Donna Summer, is more famous for its legacy than when she originally recorded it on her 1982 album, Donna Summer. It wasn't a big radio hit, but it's been covered by countless artists. You know, do yourself a favor, State of Independence, listen to the whole track. It's just a great song, and I don't know why radio really shunned this song, but you know, it's a track that just a galaxy of pop and rock stars in its various iterations. And in 1982, Michael McDonald was part of an all-star chorus on Summer's track, which included Kenny Loggins, Lionel Richie, Dionne Warwick, and Stevie Wonder, among several others. Believe it or not, Michael McDonald has an association with the band Wang Chung. That's right. Wang Chung's glossy kind of pop new wave sound might not seem that it's in Michael McDonald's wheelhouse, but given how adept he is at handling and enhancing the sounds of blues and R&B flavored work, well, why not this, right? A Fool and His Money, which is one of the lesser-known, more down-tempo tracks from the 1987 album Mosaic, the one that gave us the big hits Everybody Have Fun Tonight and Let's Go, is more soulful at its core than those tracks, which lends the backing vocals by Michael McDonald much more prescient than they would be if they were involved in those other tracks. Now, you have to wait about 3 minutes if you're going to listen to this track, but you'll start to hear Michael McDonald's vocals start to kind of come through, and we'll get into that right now.
Just like a fool, whoa, and his money. Just like a fool, all the love is gone. As the rain falls down and a starless night, and my heart looks only for you. A fool to cry.
The country pop artists from the late 70s and early 80s, Little Feat, had a track called Red Streamliner from the 1977 album Time Loves a Hero. Now, it feels a little bit like a Doobie Brothers song, if you've ever heard it. Chances are you haven't, because it's a very deeply embedded album track. But it features a healthy serving of course, Michael McDonald in the background. But his Doobie Brothers bandmate, Patrick Simmons, chips in with vocals too. Of course, he was a big vocalist in the band. And the song was co-written by Little Feat keyboardist Bill Payne, who also sings lead on the track as well. Payne was a frequent contributor to Doobie Brothers albums, and it's just natural that they're all kind of coalescing for this Red Streamliner track. You may not recall the name Bill Payne, but of course he was featured on the Doobies' biggest hits, China Grove and Rockin' Down the Highway on piano. So those are tracks also to check out as well. Finally, Mr. Amy Grant, as I call him, Vince Gill, utilized Michael McDonald on his track Smilin' Song. Again, Michael McDonald, extremely versatile. Now, if you check out this track from Gill's 4-album box set These Days, while Smilin' Song is on the Working on a Big Chill disc from the set, okay, there are these little titles for each disc there, it's as country as it is bluesy, and McDonald sings in unison with Gill on the choruses, and he compliments Gill with his harmonies without really overpowering him. And it's a testament to both consummate vocalists that they shared the space in the chorus so effectively.
I never stop chasing the sin of a woman. It's just the way that I've always been. You knock me down, I'm coming back again. I sing, I've been there, I've done that. I come up smiling song.
So Michael McDonald performing on these other artists' pieces that you may not have heard about: Toad the Wet Sprocket, Donna Summer, Wang Chung, Little Feat, and Vince Gill. So check out those tracks. We heard some snippets of them as well, but it's a chance for you to kind of broaden your horizons and say, wow, I didn't know Michael McDonald really worked with all these other artists. Well, now you do. Another kind of deconstruction of these other tracks, a 5-pack, if you will, on this edition of Dr. Pundit. I'm Michael Douglas, and if you like what you see here on the channel, please don't hesitate to like and subscribe. And as the late, great Barry White always used to say, let the music play, and I'll see you on the next episode.